Welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to work on this guy right here. This guy. And we're going to do a basic tune-up. And this is a tune-up that anyone can do in their garage or in their yard. Nowadays with computers and stuff, there's really not much you need to do to cars, but there is basic maintenance you have to do. You have to change the plugs, you have to do the air filter, serpentine belt. This is my son's car. We've had this car in the family now since 2017. It's a 2015. I think when we bought it, it had 40,000 miles on it, and the clock just struck, I think, 120. So it's time to tune it up, so to speak. So right now in Massachusetts, it's like 95 degrees and humid. It is disgusting outside. I'm not working outside, so let's get this thing in the garage and we'll get cracking on it. All right, we're in the garage, as you guys can see. I don't know, it's probably 25 degrees cooler in here. All right, let me show you what I got. These are the parts I got. I got a Bosch air filter, new serpentine belt, and 4 new spark plugs. So what we're gonna do is just do like a basic maintenance on this slash low-end tune-up, I guess. Just to get it. It's kind of it's starting to shake a little bit on idle. It just needs a tune-up. This stuff needs to be done. Plugs don't last forever. If you look in the owner's manual, I think they're only good for like 60 or 70,000 miles, maybe 100,000 miles. This is past that, so we're gonna do it. I did have some people ask for more Dodge Dart content on the channel, so this is just a preview of what's coming. These are some more parts that I have for it. I have a new strut and a new drive axle, and it's for the passenger side. If you guys want to go back in the history on the channel, you'll see the driver's side. I did the driver's side. I did the lower A-arm or the lower control arm on this drive axle, as well as the strut. Yeah, so that's to come. I guess we'll start by pulling the cover. This just snaps in, and you can see here they're just push tabs that lock onto the pins on here. No big deal. Easy to take off. And we got our coil packs on the top, so changing the plugs on this is going to be pretty simple. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the cold air intake off. Alright, so it looks like we're missing a screw to hold the airbox down on the back end here. I don't think it's really going to affect anything, but we are missing it. So let me pull that off. And we're going to get a screwdriver for this. Yeah, and that's probably why we lost the screw in the first place. All right, let's get this out of here. Take a look at the air filter. And as you guys can see, that thing is pretty dirty. I mean, look down inside of there. Look at the dirt in there. So, time to be cleaned. That one definitely needed to be replaced. Set that aside. Now we need to take the box itself out, which doesn't look very difficult. Let's see, you gotta pop this clip off right here. All right, that'll get that line out of the way. Down. And let's see, I think it's just basically this one bolt right here, and that's probably a 10 millimeter. I guess I went the wrong way with that one. I should have checked it first. Silly me. Anyway, all right, and this thing should just pop out of here. Let's see what else is going on there. I think that's just a clip that needs to snap off of there. Alright, and that's got plenty of dirt and debris in it that we're gonna have to vacuum out. Put that aside. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. And we got a vacuum out down there. I'm gonna take this back intake off. And the reason for that is we need to get more room down here to get to that serpentine belt. So, I don't know if I can get this up out of the way without doing too much. That should do it. Let's get it down there. Yep, that should do it. Now the tensioner is right here. If you guys can see that. That's the tensioner right there. All I have to do is just put a wrench on that, pull the tensioner back, and I can pop this serpentine belt on and put on a new one. So let me do that now. Alright guys, this is a 16 millimeter, and most of your wrenches, or your wrench sets, do not come with a 16 millimeter. So hopefully one, you guys will have it if you got to do this job yourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this forward. It releases the tension on the belt that you guys can see. So I'm going to push it forward and take it off the alternator, hopefully. And I'm not pulling it far enough. I need to get on one more notch here. Let's see if I can do it that way. There we go. There's really not a lot of room to move here. So, alright. Now let's pull the wrench up a tiny bit. And that's it. The belt is out. One of the problems with ordering stuff from online, and I ordered everything from Rock Auto, even though I put the right engine size in here, the right model and everything, they still sent me the wrong belt. This freaking belt is too dang short. And it just aggravates me. It really does, because this isn't the first time I got the wrong parts from Rock Auto. Anyway, from looking at the serpentine belt that's on there, I don't see any dry checking or anything like that. So I'm just gonna put it back on, and we're gonna run it. And I just noticed it's pretty cool. If you look at the belt itself, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it actually has the direction in which you have to put the serpentine belt on the pulleys. Huh. Pretty interesting. This must have been changed at one time. Doesn't look like a Dodge belt, but the belt is in really good shape, so I'm going to put it back on. All right, the serpentine belt's back on, and I'm going to tell you guys right now that was not easy. Ooh, there's just no room to work, but I got it on, and I had to use a combination. I didn't do it on camera, but I had to make up this this long hook to reach down inside there to put it on the pulleys. There's just no room to get your hands in there. They work pretty good. We're looking like a 10 mil, so let's pop this. Let's pop this coil pack out first. See what it looks like. They should just come right out. They shouldn't be hard. Alright, there we go. There's the first coil pack. And how far down is that spark plug? Oh, she's down there pretty good. You kind of want to have one of these locks on there. Where you got that? Because you don't want that socket coming off down there, because there is a rubber in here. So this is the one you want to have. It's not quite long enough, so I got to get another extension. All right, look at that plug right there. Let's pull it off. Take a look at that plug. It does look like it was running a little lean. All right, guys, I looked up the spec on these, and 41 to 42 thou. So let's check the one that was on here, and this is the one I pulled out, and it looks like it's at about 42 thou. So the new plug is 35 thou, so I need to gap it. We're looking at about 42 thou, and that's what we want. So I'm going to gap all these plugs. The plugs are all gapped, And they came out of the box with a 35 thousandths gap, and it's supposed to be between 42 and 43 thou. So we had to re-gap them. Just make sure that when you put new plugs in something, you always want to check the gap. There's another plug. Definitely need a replacing. And you can see again, corrosion on the insulator. So these probably weren't sparking 100%. Technology has kind of made it a lot easier, and that's doing the plugs, because back in the older style cars, the plugs were hidden behind the exhaust manifolds, and they were sometimes a real pain in the butt to try to get out. All these new cars, the plugs are they all go through the head. Top of the head, not the side of the head. That plug is pretty bad too. And the coil packs are usually straight in the top of the head, so they make it pretty easy to change out. Again, same deal on that one. These plugs were spent. They're definitely spent. And you always want to hand tighten these in there. You don't want to use a impact gun or a screwdriver, drill, anything. You just want to bring them in by hand until they're snug, and then get the ratchet back on it. And you can feel that crush washer crushing, and then you get to the point where there's like 10 times more resistance, and that's when you know you're done. Alright. Get this last guy in here. That's it. Alright, plugs are changed. Let's flip this guy back down. That should be screwed in there, but it's not. So that's missing a screw. Let's get a screw for that. Alright, I found that, my stash. Hopefully that'll work to hold it down. Let's see. And it. Perfect. Alright, let's see if she starts up, see if the belt flies off. All looks good. Now let's put the airbox back in, and I cleaned it out with the vacuum, so it's pretty clean now. Not 100% clean, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. If anybody's wondering what part number I'm putting in here for an air filter, that's it right there. And let's do a comparison, shall we? That is pretty dirty, and that's a new one. So, definitely needed to be done. Now let's just pop this guy in here. Alright, now, tighten this up. There we go. That's good and tight. Good to go. The mighty 2.4 multi-air. It's back together. I think we're good to go. It's had a little bit of a hard starting issue with those bad plugs. Let's see how it is now. Nope. Seems like that hard starting problem is now officially gone. Alright, the only thing left now is to take it for a ride. Well, the car's got much better pickup. There's no hesitation. You used to hesitate a little when you stepped on the gas, but it seems to be going pretty good now. He's idling really smooth and running good. We just took it for a quick rip on the highway, and acceleration, everything noticeably better. So it definitely needed to have the air filter done and the plugs changed out, and I'm sure gas mileage is going to increase as well, because this thing is running great now. When you step on the gas, it goes. There's no hesitation anymore. Alright, well, car's done. It's actually running awesome. Can't complain. It's going good. If you guys want to see more Dodge Stock content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we got to put the drive shaft in. We're going to do a strut replacement as well on the front of this, and a couple of other things maybe. I got some other stuff I got to do around here as far as automotive repairs go, but stay tuned for more Dodge Stock material. This was kind of a quick one, just to get something out there, and I want to thank everyone who watched, thank everyone who subscribed, like, share, tell your friends, all that happy stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next video.